Suffering from early extension or excessive thrust towards the golf ball, this post is great for you. The video, demonstration and full explanation at the end. Please like, share, save and follow. So one of my favourite drills, and demonstrated actually the result of the drill and the motion that it helped and created with one of our students at the American School of Bangkok, IPGA. CJ demonstrated the skater, the speed skater drill, how the right foot, the trail foot, her trail foot actually banked inwards, how she was pressuring the balls of the toes and forcing the balls of the toes correctly to actually make a motion that moved her trail hip more towards the target, so a sway of the trail hip and a reduction of thrust of the trail hip towards the golf ball. Now, excessive thrust, don't like to use the word early thrust because everybody thrusts, but excessive thrust late in the downswing will cause a motion of the trail hip towards the golf ball, a motion of the pelvis towards the golf ball, and then generally what happens to the shaft is it drops behind the hands and the face starts to open up quite excessively and there's a thrust in action of the handle. Now this can cause path issues, face issues and also lie angle issues, which then need a very rapid recovery going into impact, which is very unpredictable, causing big misses can be blocks and big hooks, pull hooks. So I like to use the training aid, the Train4Dynamic training aid by Force Pedal. Now this is a brilliant little device. It's actually a twisting platform. There's no resistance on it, so it's a kind of a free moving, twisting device, and it has a force pedal on the top which is replaceable, so you can peel that force pedal off and put one of the bigger ones on if you wanted a softer one or a harder one, for example. Now this is brilliant because you actually place it underneath the trail foot balls of toes. So the metatarsal heads of the big toe and the second toe in are ultimately your force points, your point of application of force that you need to be applying in that very quick downswing. Now, so I use the Train4Dynamics pedal underneath the ball of the big toe, so I get the peak of the training aid and the force pedal on it, underneath the ball of the big toe and the next toe in. And then I'm going to slide, learn how to, because I've got no friction here now, because this is a very slippery floor. I'm actually going to use that Train4Dynamic training aid and slide it like a speed skater. So my leg is moving inwards behind my lead leg. Now that's actually getting the trail hip to move more in a linear fashion, a sway towards the target versus a thrust towards the ball. So I'm now getting the correct motion of the pelvis opening up and the right hip moving towards the target, okay? So we don't want to see this training aid going forwards. We actually want to slide it backwards and rotate the pelvis towards the target and extend up through the body correctly. Now, once you put that, you use this training aid on a surface that does have friction, you'll be able to push harder. So now I'm actually using the balls of my big toe and second toe in and pushing against the ground to allow my foot to move in that fashion. Now we see some top players doing this on world #1 Scotty Scheffler. If you see one of my previous posts, his magical footwork, he's pushing outwards, downwards and outwards to help move that foot towards the left heel and that leg move inwards as it extends and the pelvis rotates away from it, okay? So that is going to encourage the correct motion, which is going to give you a more repeatable functional delivery of the club into the golf ball, and therefore a face that you can match or square up accordingly, match it to the path accordingly to help you with your desired ball flight. So that's one of my training aids that I use every day, the Train4Dynamic training aid, and a favourite drill of mine, the speed skater drill, to help you eliminate excessive thrust towards the golf ball and encourage more lateral sway of the pelvis and the trail hip.